Muhammad's first impression of his revelations was that they were demonic in origin. Muhammad's first impression of his revelations was that they were demonic. So you've heard that Muhammad received revelations through the angel Gabriel. That was a later Muslim position. Muhammad eventually came to believe that. But when he first started receiving revelations, he did not have a very good opinion of them. And let me go ahead and read the passage. This is from Ibn Ishaq's Surat Rasulullah. This describes the night that Muhammad began receiving revelations. When it was the night on which God honored him with his mission and showed mercy on his servants thereby, Gabriel brought him the command of God. He came to me, said the apostle of God, while I was asleep, with a coverlet of brocade whereupon was some writing, and said, "Read." I said, "What shall I read?" He pressed me with it so tightly that I thought it was death. Then he let me go and said, "Read." I said, "What shall I read?" He pressed me with it again so that I thought it was death. Then he let me go and said, "Read." I said, "What shall I read?" He pressed me with it the third time so that I thought it was death and said, "Read." I said, "What then shall I read?" And this I said only to deliver myself from him, lest he should do the same to me again. He said, "Read in the name of thy Lord who created man of blood coagulated. Read, thy Lord is the most beneficent, who taught by the pen, taught that which he knew not unto men." So I read it, and he departed from me, and I woke from my sleep, and it was as though these words were written on my heart. So that's the first revelation that Muhammad received from what he would eventually regard as the angel Gabriel. But here's the important point. When Muhammad ran out of that cave, terrified, he didn't think that he had encountered the angel Gabriel. He believed that he was possessed. So anyway, the passage continues. Now none of God's creatures was more hateful to me than an ecstatic poet or a man possessed. I could not even look at them. I thought, woe is me, poet or possessed. Never shall Quraysh say this of me. So Muhammad didn't want his tribe to realize that he was possessed. And so he came up with a plan, which is actually going to be our next point. But think about this. Sometimes, my friends, first impressions are the correct ones, right? And when Muhammad encountered whatever it was that he encountered, when it keeps pressing on him until he thinks it's death, he thinks it's something profoundly bad. He doesn't think, oh, I've encountered the Lord, I've encountered one of his angels. He doesn't think that. He thinks this is something very, very bad.